Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. This one feels a little more normal because I'm used to doing it on Tuesday. But I hope that the day one challenge went really well for you. I know that sometimes facing up to the fact that our interpretations of things are what's making things difficult rather than what's actually going on around us can be challenging, but that is the purpose of this challenge. So I hope that you learned something yesterday. Today is going to be a little less philosophical, a little more practical. Morning, Monica. Today is about exercise because we all know the biological importance of exercise, that we need to get our blood circulating and lymph circulating and all of those good things, and that if we don't exercise, the lactic acid builds up in our joints and we can get really bad problems. But I wanted to get you to think about why you exercise, if you do, or why you don't. Because some people do it because it makes them feel good. Physically, they like the feeling when they sweat and they're running or they're working out, and they love that feeling, and that's why they keep doing it. Some people do it because it makes them look good, and they're more about their physical appearance and how it actually makes them feel. And the third is that some people use it as kind of a way to get their mind out of whatever's going on. So it's a good kind of break from reality to go work out and your body and mind get to relax. Well, your body doesn't relax very much usually, but I find that sometimes if I need a mental break, I'll take Kaya to the forest for a hike. And part of it's the walking and the physical exercise, it's keeping my brain occupied, but part of it is being present in the forest, doing something that I love with Kaya. So for me, that's mentally recharging, it's physically recharging, and I always come back ready to get back into whatever I was doing. So sometimes it's useful if your brain is too distracted or something else is going on. So I want you to think about why you exercise. But for the challenge, I want you to think about how many minutes a day of exercise you get. Because if I'm right, I think it's supposed to be about 90 minutes for adults a day. And that's not super light exercise, that's moderate exercise. So that's supposed to be, not just going for a stroll, that's supposed to be, jumping jacks or running or some type of heavier cardio like stairs. But getting that body moving is going to keep you feeling a lot better. 90 minutes does feel like a lot, but when you think about it, if you walk to the train station to go take the train to work, if it takes you 20 minutes to walk there, maybe you could leave a little bit earlier, add an extra block, and then that'll give you a little extra exercise. Maybe instead of sitting on the train, you walk a little bit. Maybe instead of having a sitting desk, you have a standing desk, because that's a lot better for circulation. Just little things that you can add. I know that you're not supposed to stay sitting for more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time because it's bad for your back and your neck and all of your joints. So I do have to sometimes remind myself to get up and take a break because I can get really in the zone with whatever I'm doing. But once you've considered how much you get, think about how much exercise your animal gets every day. So whether it's 10 minutes of playing in the morning and a 20-minute walk, and then the neighbor's kid comes over and plays in the middle of the day with her, and she gets to go to the bathroom. Monica says, I always park farther from wherever I'm shopping to get more exercise, plus walking Willow. See, exactly. Monica's got it. That's a really good way to do it. So instead of parking right at the front of the parking lot, so you only have to walk 10 feet to get to the store, park a little bit further. Figure out ways to add that extra little exercise into your day. Because recently I did an Instagram post about a green smoothie when I was taking Kaya for a walk. She's almost 4, and it took me until then to figure out first how to move my wake up time back far enough that I had time to do that in the morning, but second, to have the motivation to get up and walk her before work. So now, instead of just one walk a day, she gets 20 to 30 minutes in the morning and playtime, and then she gets her walk later in the day and then more playtime at night. And today is Tuesday, so she has her group walk today. But I know how much Australian Shepherds are supposed to get 3 hours a day of exercise, and that seems a lot, but it doesn't all have to be strictly physical exercise. Mental exercise paired with physical exercise sometimes works really well. So we take her in the backyard and we'll play a little bit, and we'll work on her drop it command, which is good because her brain has to switch modes from I'm having zoomies in the backyard to, oh wait, I'm supposed to be paying attention, and then we can kind of tire her out that way. But take a minute to do you do yoga at all? I actually just did, especially since my car accident. I've been doing it every morning for 20 to 30 minutes. My stamina is a little bit off because I have a sinus infection right now, but yeah, I used to be able to do it for about 40 minutes, but now it's usually about 20 to 30 minutes. But I find it stretches all my joints out, so I'm ready to go for the day, because doing what I do a lot of sitting and bending and leaning. So if I don't loosen up those joints first, it makes it difficult for me to do my job. Good question, Monica. But I want you to consider, if you know how exercise makes you feel, and you know how exercising your animal more makes you feel, what would happen if you added just 20 minutes a day to your exercise? Whether it's 10 minutes of playing and 20 minutes of walking up and down the stairs, or it's 10 minutes of, I don't know, chasing your pet in the backyard and 10 of walking to the mailbox and back, or meeting up with someone in the morning to go for a walk with you before work, so that you get that social interaction in as well, and your animal gets the extra exercise, you get the extra exercise. And I find that my brain is less scattered when I get exercise, because I've kind of burnt off the stuff that I don't need, and my brain can focus better. So if you're having trouble focusing, it's a really good way to try it out. You kind of burn off all the extra steam going on in your head, and you can focus on the priorities. But what I'd like you to do for the challenge today is just try adding 20 minutes of exercise with your pet. Whether it's 4 sets of 5 minutes, 2 sets of 10 minutes, whatever works for you today, but just try getting that extra 20 minutes and notice if you feel differently. Depending on the weather, it is pretty hot today, so Kai usually gets an early walk in the morning, but because her group walk is today, I don't have to take her out, so I already feel strange, because normally I'm up at 7 and I take her out, and I'm feeling the itch to go walk, even though I don't have to take her out this morning, because her group walker will be here shortly. But every other day of the week I'm up and at it, so this is Tuesday's an adjustment day for me. But it makes me realize how important that morning routine is to me, and how that exercise kind of sets the tone for the day. So if you're having struggles with your morning routine, it's also a good way to kind of cement that. But I hope that you're looking forward to today's challenge. It's pretty simple, but I didn't want to make them too complicated, and I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact, but if you are participating, make sure to comment your participation below and or post them on the Friday video. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3. I love your idea to try adding some time to exercise. Yes, you're welcome, Monica. I think 20 minutes is reasonable. If it was like an hour, people would kind of panic, but I think 20 minutes is fair. So we'll see how it goes. See you tomorrow.